the Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shasheena Rolle as always. It is so great to have you with us. Topping news as the debate continues on a possible increase in minimum wage, a local unionist is taking exception to the position expressed by a leader of the business community here on Grand Bahama. John Davis Rolle has our top story.
Certainly, we do not subscribe to exploitation of labor, but at the same time, we believe that decisions relative to how much an employee makes is best left to the employer.
It is that statement made recently by the president of Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce that has a veteran trade unionist and labor activist firing back.
My concern is primarily the comments that were made by Chamber President Mr. Seymour the other day when he suggested that the government should allow the employer to make increases as they see fit. Well, I take exception to that because the government now and the government in the past have been giving the employer, the Chamber of Commerce, who all are associated in one body, their union, who've been put together for the simple interest to protect the interests for big business. Who protects the small man? Who looks after the small man? In order for there to be any level of equality and fair play, there must be a caring government that understands that if you leave it to a person with a particular interest, they will always do it for their particular interest.
Morley contends that this country cannot afford business owners and operators to play judge and jury when it comes to the overall wages of workers and what they should be paid.
We continue to allow these short-sighted persons who clearly believe that because they own a business, they have a right to be regulators as well. Well, it doesn't work like that in the Bahamas. It does not work like that in a free enterprise where governments has a responsibility to look out for the poor and the middle class. And I have to encourage the government to move quite aggressively, swiftly, to ensure that the poor man and the working class cannot no longer have to eat, or an effort is made so they don't have to eat and live from hand to mouth, week to week and day to day, paycheck to paycheck. Everything is going up in this country, of course we know, except people's salaries.
The former hotel union executive cited a case in point where many owners of big business and employers are only concerned with one thing, the bottom line. He commended the government for taking such a bold stand on behalf of workers throughout the country.
Big business have increased business, but workers have suffered. They have lost much benefit because they have used the so-called recession to the detriment of the workers. They have used the so-called recession to revisit the contracts of those workers and to threaten them, to coerce them into signing contracts that is to their detriment or their jobs. And I'm saying this is a good example of when you leave the wolf to mind the chicken house, when you come back all gone. And as a result, today the people are just looking and hoping that somebody will come to their rescue, and the government is on track and the right there and saying the right things. Now they need to act.
Joan Davis Rolle, ZNS Network News.
Well, Grand Bahama is gaining the reputation of the destination of choice for Canadians. This past Saturday, over 100 persons from a popular radio show made a trip to the island. This coming days after a popular TV program broadcasted its morning live show from the Memories Resort. Italia Hall reports.
Starjet Radio Group and Marlin Travel are here at the Memories Resort celebrating their 10th anniversary. 106 persons arrived on the island on Saturday on the newly popular airline Sunwing from Canada. The group is staying here for a week and is broadcasting live from the hotel starting on Monday and will end on Friday from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m.
So we have a fabulous week of cultural activities planned for our group. We're going to be pampering them, but we're also going to be showing them all about the arts, the crafts, the culture of the island, the history, and all of our excursions and the activities that we're doing at the resort. And we have 106 people with us this year to celebrate, and you've probably seen some of them come through with the t-shirts, "It's all about me," and this week it's all about them.
The radio station is an adult Type 40 station based in Brandon, Canada, which plays popular hits from Taylor Swift to Lady Gaga, which is targeted towards adults between the ages of 18 and 54. The station has a listening audience of 60,000 persons per week and a listening area of 250,000.
Casting live all week back to Canada, to Western Manitoba, and we're going to be putting some of our travelers, our guests of your country, on the radio. And at the same time, we're hoping to have some folks from the island here come on the radio show as well and share the beauty of the island and the wonderful activities that can be done here and the fun we're having, so we can get a lot more people from where we're from to come see where you guys are.
Glenn adds that they are expecting great things from the island.
It was minus 30 degrees Celsius, and we saw on the computer that it was plus 30 degrees Celsius, 60-degree temperature change. We are so excited about the weather, number one. Number two is the food. We've heard wonderful things about your food and hospitality, and we can't wait to meet the people.
Many local Grand Bahamians will be featured on the radio station, sharing the story of the island's culture and music. Ministry of Tourism Senior Executive for Communications Brooke Grant says this is a great opportunity for exposing Grand Bahama to the wider world.
We're really enthused about this. We're looking forward to showcasing Grand Bahama even more, because they will be capturing this via social media. They'll be taking photos and posting all day. So we're looking forward to the leverage from that. And we're going to be sharing those tweets, retweeting, reposting, and it's really going to give Grand Bahama a good look, especially for our Canadian audiences right now.
It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Grand Bahama's cruise ship industry is expanding, and a team of Bahamians are now exploring new business opportunities in this sector. The principal owner of a new crewing agency is looking to become a game changer in the maritime industry. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
Grand Bahama's first ship crewing agency has been established, and at the helm of this new company are Bahamians who are owners and operators. The formation of this all-Bahamian enterprise, coming as new mega cruise ships begin plying our Bahamian waters, expanding what is fast becoming a thriving industry, resulting in the need for more Bahamian workers. Principal owner of Shipmate Limited, Sandy Campbell, says the company was born out of a growing need.
The vision behind it is to be the premier crewing destination in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Because the way we got started, we're mariners, so we're navigators. We drive cruise ships, we drive oil tankers, we drive vessels. And we were trying to get on certain ships, and we couldn't get on. Everyone was telling us, you need an agent, you need an agent. Light bulb, we started an agency. So that's how the crewing agency got started. And so we're just so happy that we can bring other Bahamians in and let them have the exposure and experience that we've had.
Campbell says the company has already begun to play a pivotal role. The agency was contracted recently by the Grand Celebration to hire Bahamians to fill a number of positions on board that cruise vessel. This, she declared, is just the beginning.
Shipmate Limited is a maritime services company. Our focus is on crewing. Crewing means putting persons as employees on vessels. So the company was started to address the need in the industry, because if you want to get on a cruise ship, if you want to get on a commercial ship, you have to go through an agency. So this agency really acts as the middleman between the person and the vessel. So we're the facilitator in the middle. We make sure that everyone is certified, they have all their documents, they meet the requirements of the ship, and so that we can get them right on board. This company a little bit over almost a year ago, and it's been rough getting to this point, but the cruise company, they saw the work we were doing, and they jumped on board. So we're so excited to be working with them.
Campbell is calling on more Bahamians to recognize what is in demand and go ahead and take the plunge and be that conduit of change while moving from employees to employers.
I want this company to just be an example that they can follow. I always encourage other persons in the industry to start your own business. You know, the maritime industry in the Bahamas is really in its infancy, and there's so many opportunities available, but you have to be able to work hard, and you have to be able to push your vision, and you have to believe in your vision. So I tell them now is the time. You know, just get started. It may seem hard, it may seem like such a task, but once you get started and you start moving and people see you're committed, doors start opening.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
2 male suspects are assisting police with their investigation into an armed robbery that occurred in the West Settlers Way area yesterday afternoon. Reports are that shortly before 1 p.m., Police received information that two men wearing masks and armed with knives robbed a business establishment of cash and personal items. Now, the two suspects then made their escape in a dark green Toyota Wyndham vehicle. The vehicle was later recovered. Police are asking anyone with any information to contact them at telephone numbers 350-3107 or 8-911-919 or call your nearest police station. And tonight, police are also looking for 19-year-old Kilo Keith Thompson of number 498 Hawaii Avenue, Freeport. He is wanted on housebreaking charges. Thompson is about 5 feet 11 inches tall, dark brown complexion, and thin build. Police say he is considered armed and extremely dangerous and should be approached with caution. If you know where Kilo Keith Thompson is, you should contact 352-9774 or 350-3106 through 12-374-3713 or contact your nearest police station. Stay with us. There's more news right after this.